Welcome back, everyone, to iBUYPOWER Fall Invitational 16K. We're in the semis, and we got OpTic and SK. We heard all the pre-now. I like that. What do you
Pre-game?
think about?
There you go.
Yeah, that works. Coming out from Dustin, and I'm Seaside. Joining me, of course, is Dustin, and here we go on the pistol round. You're going to see SK, 3 sets of armor, ton of utility to work with. OpTic, the typical kit and smoke. And pretty much both teams going to settle into a default here. Look at that setup from OpTic towards Car.
Yeah, I mean, really passive on long age. Also, again, people are a little bit confused. The Energy versus Immortals Mat 3 will take place after this best of 3 is over. Immortals had to go play an ECS development game, so they weren't able to have time to play that third map. So we will get back to that best of 3 series after this one concludes before the grand final. So you didn't miss anything. It's a 1-1 score in that series right now. But let's get back into this game. This is map 1, Dust 2. This was actually the pick of SK Gaming in the banning phase. We do see Taco tucked into B tunnels with the bomb. Everyone else of approaching cat in the middle, so a mid-B split seems imminent, and the rotate from OpTic is actually really far off. If they smoke CT spawn, Mixwell and Rush are going to have a hard time fighting all this, but, well, never mind. Mixwell gets 2 kills, so really well done.
Yeah, you can't account for Mixwell going off, and Rush now has to go do the same as he's stuck back plat, but what a smart peek from Fallen. Shoulder peek it, and then just take the one-on-one trade. So just like that now, 3v3. And look at Cold, though. He pushes through the smoke. Tark, ready for this. He's going to get caught off guard. Can Tark? No, he can't. Cold's going to shut him down. So now Stan and Naf. And a 2v3, but if Stan's going to keep hitting shots like that, that retake's going to be definitely possible. Taco, the only one in sight. And he's going to allow Cold to rotate back to door. Now Stan stuck between 2. And just like that, SK are going to take the pistol round, which a slow default at start. They group up. And a beautiful mid to B. But Mixwell.
Yeah, Mixwell had a nice initial stop to it. I mean, he had those initial 2 kills, and so it was looking like there was some hope there, but the fact that Rush actually went down with no kills, and it was still a long rotate for OpTic on their players set up over towards Game Helpers, so it was always going to be tough, and so SK Gaming, they do pull it out. We are going to see no upgraded pistols coming out of OpTic right now. They want to be conservative about it. They want to make sure they can get a nice full buy with all their utility in the 4th round, so no, CZ head armor or anything like that in this round. Did see a P250 from Mixwell, as well as the rest of the team, actually, except for Stanislav, who's just on the USP. As SK Gaming just working control of middle and such. There is 1 AK on the Taco. Everyone else is on an SMG or the Scout on the Fallen, of course. As they do push mid initially to kind of clear up close doors, but then fall back into the Xbox. There's a big aggressive cat setup here from OpTic, so this could get really nasty.
Yeah, they're going to push the issue as well, but Cold is going to get a triple kill, and there's Mixwell to drop bomb, though. He'll get a Scout. But look at that hold from Cold, and he's going to get a 4K at the end. So SK plow through the pistols, and OpTic Gaming, yeah, you mentioned they just went for some upgraded pistols, some P250s. As smoke goes a long way on this map, it allows you can smoke long doors from towards A site, and it makes SK feel like there's a presence towards long, and utility on this map is so versatile, really, and it's worth its weight in gold. Is now just some default pistols out once again, and SK going to clean up the anti-eco rounds. And the Op's already out on Fallen. Let's see if this is going to come back to bite him, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere near a site.
No, probably not. And SK just taking control of the B-bomb site for free. I mean, they know that there's no utility to stop them from entering the tunnels. There's no incendiaries or smokes that OpTic are going to be able to throw to slow them down. They're just going to roll their way on through. There's only 1 player actually at B, and he actually backs out to try to play the retake. But while they're trying to get in a position to do that, FNX is lurking from behind on the catwalk. He's already found 1 kill, looking for Stan and CT spawn. He finds that as well. And now Naf, he's trying to find Fallen. Fallen, though, holding the angle with the Op, not going to allow Naf to be able to move in. So it's a 3-0 start from SK Gaming, but again, to be expected after SK won the pistol and OpTic didn't even buy a 2nd round. So we'll see if OpTic can change things up, though, once they're able to put rifles in their hands in the next round.
Yeah, so Fallen's going to be able to save that up. I don't think anyone SK is going to fall as Tark. Going to be able to save his at least a flash from P250. So OpTic, let's see if their money, how it's going to sit. There is going to be an Op out on Mixwell. He's going to have no utility to work with, but an Op to challenge with at least. And yeah, Mixwell will pick it up, and the rest of the team's going to pick up some armor. And a double Op, actually. Nafly going to pick it up early, so the double Op setup's already out in play. It's going to limit their utility, so hopefully the Ops split up and share the utility across the map. So this is going to be an interesting setup.
Yeah, double op right off the bat is certainly interesting. I mean, this is a map where double op is used on the CT side, but you normally don't see it like the first go-to call. But we know Mixwell is very capable with it, and Naf has been actually opping over Mixwell a lot at times lately. But now they'll both have it. Stanislaw anchoring B solo, Naf actually patrolling middle with his op. Tarek there up close in case someone tries to chase Naf down. And Mixwell is actually aggressive on Cat with his op. So there's a lot of focus here from OpTic to control this middle area and actually take fights through the doors and try to deny SK Gaming control of just being able to get Catwalk for free or being able to kind of prod out mid B without meeting some type of resistance. But it does mean that they actually have to forfeit complete control of long A. You can see Rush is the only real A defense there, and he's tucked way towards NCT spawn. And Stanislaw has to try to hold B by himself.
Yeah, and SK didn't upgrade any weapons, so you're going to see those SMGs carried forward. And that flash comes through, forces Mixwell down, can't hit the blind shot. Stan, though, going to get aggressive. He had support from Tarek as well, so they're going to get that opening pick and fall back immediately. Smart play from OpTic, but at the same time now SK, it's not like they invested too much into this round besides the Op of Fallen, which he's still, yeah, they have so much money in the bank, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, Cold's here slipping through the smokes here at middle. The rest posturing up inside upper B tunnels. Tarek and Stanislaw are still tucked into the B site. And look at Mixwell. It's already on a flank middle. And Naf and Rush are sitting towards CT spawn. So they're going to have a really fast rotate. And Cold's area gets picked off. So SK are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's Fur to be able to find Stanislaw. They definitely are in trouble. It's Fallen and FNX. The AK and Op. They're going to try to take this B site. The Molly's going to deny a little bit of vision. The double ops from OpTic, though, playing close. Rush is able to find him. And now it's all on Fallen. A 1v3. He has to find 3 separate one-on-ones, but OpTic not going to give it to him. And 5 seconds on the clock. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if they waited and killed him after time. They just wanted to get the round over with. They will take down Fallen. So now SK not investing too much in that round. We'll have to rebuy here. The op will come back out on Fallen. Double ops for OpTic. Going to continue going forward. And let's see what happens here now as SK are going to have the first strong rifle buy of the round, or that first half for them. What the answer is going to be from OpTic is, it looks like they're going pretty much the same thing they previously did.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the double op in play, really good aggression out of OpTic in the last round. They're able to pressure B tunnels with 2 players, as well as keep Mixwell aggressive on Catwalk and keep a good focus at middle. And SK never really even tried to find long A control, so that was like the one hole in OpTic's defense, and SK didn't sniff it out. But they're going to go for a really fast upper B push here. Stanislaw alone, Naf beginning to rotate to help him out, but Stanislaw goes down already. Naf able to find the trade and stay alive, but he's getting flanked from middle, and he's trying to find these shots into the B bomb site, but he's not able to land them. In the meantime, his rotate is still really far off, and it's going to be so hard for them to win anyway. 3-on-4 retake on B, almost impossible, and you can see they're already saving.
Yeah, what a smart play from Cold there. As you mentioned, he was getting flanked. But Cold, aware that Nafly was probably holding towards middle, Cold just posts up and waits for the rotation to come through from CT, so he picks off Tarek for free, and then he just gets out of there, not willing to risk his life and re-peek against the Op and Naf. So brilliant play coming out from Cold there, and now we're going to be sitting at a 4-1 scoreline as SK. They only lose one member, OpTic forces save, this double op will get saved. So the next round, still going to be looking strong for OpTic, but SK, they're just really methodically picking it apart, and yeah, that time OpTic didn't play 2 in sight, just got overran.
Yeah, when they know that there's an op out in middle, you know, it makes them think, okay, there's a chance that B is light. So they were able to get in there and just take Stanislaw down, and while Naf did get a bit of a trade going, there was the fact that Tarek went down as well. So really well done there by SK Gaming. They're going to reset the economy of OpTic Gaming. Luckily, OpTic able to save both those ops and an AK, so they'll still have, you know, an ability to buy up around these guns. Yeah, Stanislaw maybe a little bit handicapped by the fact he only has with FAMAS, but everyone else is sitting fine. But of course, losing this round would lead to a save in the next round, and that's where SK Gaming starts to build up a really big lead in this first half. So this is where OpTic needs to step it back up again, keep the pressure on SK Gaming.
And OpTic, only one member towards long this time. It is going to be Rush all alone, getting himself towards pit side. Mixwell this time is going to get himself up Catwalk. So a little spread thin is OpTic, as they're going to put more pressure towards the mid. They're still going to put full trust in Nafly soloing B with that op, and Rush is going to feel pressure. He's full blind. Taco, well, he's just going to turn around. His back was around, so he wouldn't get flashed from the wall of smokes from SK. Is going to grant them long control, and not like wall of smokes you see used too often.
Yeah, that's actually something that Navi used to do a very long time ago. I've also seen a couple of other teams bring it out recently, like Mouse Sports. A couple of NA teams use it. Now we see SK bringing it out. It's very good at just isolating that player inside pit. There's really no way for someone Game Helper or anything, or even from the A platform, to actually assist him and help him out. He's pretty much just stuck alone there. And so SK Gaming able to overwhelm Rush, get control of Pit, leave Taco behind. Everyone else, though, actually going over towards B tunnels, while Taco just kind of holds out. So he's either going to be like a really late lurk, or maybe he can find a way to push into A, cause a bit of a disturbance, cause them to rotate back off of Catwalk, and open up that B bomb site a bit more. As actually B's been forfeited by OpTic Gaming. They're focused up on middle, so B will be taken for free, and Taco still has an opportunity to maybe cut some rotates off as he actually backpedals towards middle.
You just gotta applaud SK for the brilliance of that play. They gain long control. Taco runs back out of long cage and 5 stands. So SK putting the fear into OpTic that, hey, if they're taking long control, maybe they're trying to do a cat split. And you mentioned it, OpTic going for a little more mid control, and they just forfeit B completely as it's a gamble they had to take there. And now SK is going to be cleaning up these rifles as Tark's last one up, and they may have spotted him actually crossing the site even.
Yeah, there's nothing really traditional going on here for the OpTic side. Like, you're not seeing Mixwell, you know, just opping the cat cross or trying to op in the long A. He's really focused on coming off of Catwalk and trying to find aggressive picks early in rounds. Naf has put a focus on middle with his op, as well as playing back at B platform. You're seeing, again, like OpTic almost every round now have really tried to commit 2 to 3 players to doing something at middle while leaving the sites a little bit exposed. And SK are starting to throw heavy numbers on the edges of the map and gain free map control that way, basically. So OpTic Gaming this round didn't save any guns from the previous round, so they had to just work with USPs. And so this should be kind of a breeze for SK Gaming at this point to put this round away. And we're going to see a lot of players being boosted. Cat, this should be quite fun for Fur.
Yeah, he's going to have a heyday. As soon as they peek, he's going to find Stan. But they actually get the opening pick on Cold, struggling a little bit from lower dark to upper. And now Fur will actually get dropped as well. These default pistols with no armor from OpTic, able to drop 3 members of SK, so you got to look at it this way. It's successful, and they spot bomb as well, and Taco's going to get pushed. He'll close it out, but still an expensive round with just silence USPs, default pistols.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy they got that much out of it. Unfortunately for them, SK Gaming had so much money that it doesn't really even matter. I mean, 2 of their players were like around $14,000, $12,000, and several in the 8K range, so they're still able to buy back really no problem. It's really OpTic who are up against the ropes because they can buy this round, sure, but if they lose, they're right back to saving, and then SK Gaming are up 8-1. So this is kind of their last chance in this half to have a nice full buy and be able to hold SK off from taking a big lead early in this game. We see OpTic again getting aggressive at middle. FNX this time going to be the one to watch it. He gets caught by Mixwell, though, not able to get that fight in his favor. And so OpTic, they have a 5-on-4. They have full control of middle. They know no one's long A. They're in great positions right now.
Yeah, they have pinched SK Gaming into the B side of the map, but if they're not careful and spread themselves too thin, they won't be able to trade out. And just like that, Cold gets a free pick towards Catwalk. No response from OpTic. And if they're going to keep solo facing, this might get scary, as they had them pinned like in a cat cage or something. I don't know what it's going to say there, but hey, in a cat
sure
cage.
Either. Sure, yeah, some kind of kennel for your small animal. Sure, we'll go with that. As Stanislaw getting a little bit aggressive here. Middle actually finds a couple of kills, so he's further getting damage done to SK Gaming, who now just have Taco and Fur left, who are trying to rush into B. But Tarek posted up behind the barrels with the M4. We'll find those 2 kills, and so they'll win the round, and most importantly, they only lose 1 player. So it's going to allow them to finally build up a little bit of bank on some of these guys on OpTic. And they're finally starting to tap into the lots of SK Gaming a little bit as well. You can see a couple of their players starting to get a little bit low. But there's still a lot of rounds for OpTic that they need to get back into this one.
Do you find it interesting that Taco with $8,000 didn't drop an op for Fallen? Fallen's just going to go straight out to long with just an AK. No op for him. The pop flash is coming through from OpTic. But look at Fallen, though. He's just running out here. Doesn't matter. He has Cold through the smoke's going to be able to find him, and FNX going to find Mixwell towards mid, so the aggression towards top mid gets shut down. That's second round in a row. Mixwell's gone for that, and long decimated by Fallen and Cold.
Again, it's one of those things where because there's so much focus from OpTic on getting aggressive at middle or taking peeks through the doors, that means that SK Gaming are always going to have an easier time either just straight up rushing B tunnels or being able to overwhelm long A control. In this situation, I mean, they get 3 really fast kills because the mid push gets caught, and they get a couple of picks over at long A with heavy numbers. So really, it's just SK reading the game, like finding the holes in OpTic's defense and exploiting them. And now OpTic, they've had their money reset. They're back to just on P250s only at this point. So SK Gaming continuing to build a pretty big lead here so far on this T side of Dust 2. Again, they're going to go for long A control, very heavy, no resistance there this time. The focus on Catwalk for Nap and Rush. And again, they only had pistols to work with.
I mean, I guess Fallen just wasn't feeling the op. He felt it wasn't being too effective, so he'll just go to a rifle. And it's worked out so far. As Rush and Naf going to challenge Fur. A little shaky on both sides, but Fur is going to be able to clean that one up. So SK, A site control, bomb left out towards long cage, but still no pressure for them to bring that bomb anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no hope for OpTic in this round. They didn't have really anything to work with. But this next buy is going to be coming up. They're going to have enough money to get an op on Naf if they so choose, and he'll be able to get armor as well. Tarek, though, is going to be a little bit limited, only 3450, Rush only 3800, so it's like FAMAS armor range. So rather than doing that, they're just going to take another save, make sure they can maybe even get a double op and play in the next round. That's what they opened up with. So maybe they want to go back to their roots, so to speak. As this is kind of another freebie for SK Gaming at this point.
Yeah, OpTic's going to go back to that kind of long control and put 2 into B, possibly. Another freebie indeed, as Tarek's going to be playing close in that smoke. But no aggression coming up from SK yet, besides the 2 players that are up mid. So, scratch that. Aggression's in full swing as FNX runs just right out mid. He's able to find Rush. He was the A player. Tarek in the smoke. Well, that's unfortunate. Runs through right into Fallen. And Stan will finally get a return frag, get an AK in his hands. But SK, B-side control and the utility coming out. I think OpTic might just try to get away and save what they have in their bank, but Fur on hot chase as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they were thinking about going for it, but now they're in a 3 versus 2, and it's going to be so much more difficult to do so. Maybe they can try to see if they can't find some guns, bring them into the next round. They do have small armor as well, which is definitely worth saving. As you do see that Naf has already gotten well out of there. Mixwell looking to see if he can't find a parting shot here in B tunnels. Naf actually finds an AK-47, so that's good news for him. That's going to make him have to spend a little bit less in the next round, but, well, never mind. Fallen's going to be able to catch him out, so no AK carried over at all. 9-2 now in favor of SK Gaming, but OpTic are going to be back onto a full buy.
What time does the pause come out, though? Is it too far gone to the point where a pause will help, or is it to the point where...
It's one of those things where I think OpTic feel like this just their economy has been rough. I mean, think about it. They've won 2 rounds, both spread out, so that's 2 economy resets in the middle of a half. They've had to save at least 4 or 5 times this half, so not really much to discuss on that front, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but I think they understand what's going on. Like, they've been trying to do something a little bit different. They tried to be really aggressive at middle, and they're like, okay, maybe we just need to fall back and play something a bit more standard. That's what you're seeing now. Kind of that typical 3 towards A setup, and 1 just kind of playing B. Taco gonna try to come out here. Naf missing that op shot on the cat cross.
Wow,
tries to repeat, misses again. Yeah, this is bad news.
And he can't connect on Fur, and Fur's gonna be planting that bomb. So yeah, Naf needs to be hitting those shots. Mixwell's gonna peek solo, only able to get 1, and Fur, too quick on the draw, will drop the missed op shots of Naf. And now Rush, last one up in a 1v4. And you think about it, if Naf is able to connect on a couple shots there with his own flash over, they'd be looking golden right now, but it's just Rush towards long, and yeah, Fallen's going to deal with him just like that, 10-2. They had 3 players towards long to deal with that as well, and 1 quick CT player, and SK just shut it down with a raw aim.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't watching from Naf's perspective, so I'm not sure how blind he was and all of that. I'm not sure if, like, SK had some sick flashes that made it difficult for him to land shots, but it's one of those things where if you're the opper on cross, that's your best bet on the fitting the A side at that point, unless you have also another player tucked in the goose or something. Because your long A is usually still committed to pit, making sure that no one's pushing from there. So it's all on Naf really to find the shots with the op, and he really wasn't finding any there. So we're going to see OpTic back onto the pistols, and SK Gaming just continue to increase what's already a very sizable lead. Just getting worse and worse on OpTic as they're trying to get aggressive middle once more. SK Gaming having no trouble at all putting a stop to it.
Yeah, they're just going to squish this out as Taco, so calm with the Tech 9. Not feeling any pressure. Stan's going to re-peek and he'll get dealt with. And it's interesting here is Cold, typically the secondary operator, this time it goes to Taco. As I guess it's at the point where SK just want to experiment a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they can really do whatever they want. Now you're going to see a triple up.
Yeah, for the mid picks, I suppose.
Yeah, you'll probably... Oh, even an auto sniper comes in.
So is someone else going to pick that up? Or is that a miss?
Sure. No, someone else is going to pick that up, and they're just going to rock middle a little bit here. See if they can get a free frag. And they do. Tarek gets 1 back, though. All right. Makes it a little bit better. But B has already been overwhelmed.
And Tarek goes for the close cross after that as well. He doesn't even stay towards CT. As Naf, though, getting aggressive towards long. It's all on FNX. Tarek gets 1. but he'll get punished for the repeak. And FNX last one up. He already has 2 kills, make it 3. So FNX in a 1v2, and they're both solo pushing him. He has bomb as well, and with a minute 20 seconds, OpTic, this pure aggression, might get punished as he's able to find Stan, and it's all on Rush now. And FNX for the ace to bring it back to 12-2.
That would be sick if FNX aces and somehow wins this round, despite the fact that OpTic's aggression actually worked out, and they made sure that B wasn't taken. So will Rush be able to snip out FNX? FNX does find Rush, but misses the first shot. Rush repeats and not this time. FNX does get the ace. So despite the fact that OpTic play a better round, it's a big individual effort out of FNX that still steals the round away. And that's actually going to put him at the top fragging position for his team, 15-5. But to be fair, SK Gaming is pretty much firing on all cylinders right now. They're all playing quite well. Meanwhile, over on the OpTic side, you can certainly see guys like Naf and Rush really struggling to get in this game. And I mean, SK Gaming have an overwhelming lead at this point, it feels like. It's hard to see a way OpTic gets back into this map.
They can't even cross in the smokes towards mid, so they can't feel safe anywhere. But pure aggression with these SMGs, Tark's going to be able to find one. The auto sniper gets tossed out. Fur going to deal with him. As now, still 2 ops in play on FNX and Fur. Mix it with a mag. So it's all on Naf Fly, as well as Stanislaw to lock this A site down. But with 2 players still from OpTic towards the B side of the map, I don't even know if SK are sure where they want to commit yet. They are just going to be locking down the long pressure. And see, this is the OpTic aggression that has SK now a little slowing them down a little bit. Is there? That's the OpTic aggression. Taco knew it was coming at some point. This time, OpTic aggression is going to trump Taco there.
Yeah, so again, this is like another one of those rounds where OpTic's aggression actually works out pretty well. Last time around, though, FNX aced them out of the round. Will something similar happen here? OpTic have 2 players pressed up middle. They're also flanking 1 from B tunnels. Not sure if SK will pick up on this. We actually see OpTic draw back into the A bomb site, just making sure all their bases are covered. As they have 1 player push through B tunnels, so they know they don't have to worry about the B side of the map at all. They just need to keep an eye on middle and an eye on the A site, which they have 1 in each position.
Mixwell blocks towards site. Moltov's going to force him out, but a beautiful flash comes through. He gets 1. He was low HP, so FNX is going to clean him up now. But Stanislaw towards Catwalk in a prime position to deny FNX. Crossed into sight, but with 18 seconds on the clock, FNX has to go no matter what. And Stan's just going to be holding for this. He's actually going to aim right there as FNX. He's able to win that duel. So 2 players of OpTic Gaming now heavily tagged. Misses the molly on site as well. That's unfortunate. I don't know how you missed that molly. Is FNX now? This is extremely doable.
Oh my goodness! Well,
he's done it. That's insane. Another 4K.
Yeah. He got 9 kills in the last 2 rounds and won both of them basically single-handedly. Whoa. Insane stuff there. Basically, SK Gaming playing gladiator mode with FNX. And yeah, what the hell happened when that's incendiary grenade? That's a round-winning grenade if you throw it right, probably, because it forces FNX out of the site in awkward space, and you have 2 players that get to shoot at him from Catwalk, and somehow it lands on Catwalk? I don't understand how that happens.
I heard Tarko, oh wow. And that's all I heard from the comms on that comment.
Yeah, that was a game-changing incendiary round changing.
It denied them to push up as well. The game's long
over with, but that may have won them that round. You know what I mean?
It denied the CTs to even get more aggressive and split out.
Yeah, they can't even push Cat either.
So it was a rough situation all around.
Nades, I'm sure, is being ringed out in chat all the way down the list, and yeah, that was definitely a rough one. Again, game's probably in the books anyway, but
what can OpTic do now? Winning pistol will be a good start. SK, they're just gonna go for armor across the board. They don't even believe OpTic they're gonna get a bomb plant down. So now Tark is gonna have some utility to work with, and look at OpTic. They're gonna be heading towards long cage, but look at this aggression coming out from SK towards top mid as well as long. Alright, Fur was struggling, but he's gonna pick up that nice shot in the second player. That I don't know what that was. As Naf looked to be AFK, as Fallen's gonna find Stan, and just like that, they're on a 2v2.
What is going on?
I do not know what this pistol round is.
It is all over the place. 2-on-2 is how it's going to be finished off here. Bond's still down outside long A. Fallen just playing that angle where he can see the shadow if someone gets close on the door. But he doesn't realize it. He's getting flanked by a Rush who's come through long A.
What is this?
Yeah, I mean, Fallen's in it. He's in a rough spot right now. Rush be able to clear him out. That means they're going to get easy control of the bomb. But Taco's still alive with armor and a USP. Maybe he can take some range fights from Catwalk as they cross into A site and actually still have a chance of stealing this round away.
It looks like he's going to get here first as well, so OpTic going to be looking to cross the site. No utility to do so. Gets one. Can he get the second? Mixwell. Oh, but Taco will shut it down, and SK are going to win pistol round. A hectic one at that. And they will get to 14 as OpTic Gaming now. Going to force up here, and this might just be all she wrote if SK are able to win this round.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all she wrote, right? I mean, they've won both pistols in this game. They wrecked the first half in general. They only need 2 more rounds total. OpTic needs like 14 in a row to win in regulation. They can't lose a single round. They only can afford 1 more loss if they want to go for OT, so everything's stacked against them at this point.
For playing close doors. They're going to run out right into his arms. Mixwell will get dropped. MP9 doing work. Yeah, all SMGs are going to actually catch a double stack.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, actually, that one you can look over the door wall and like peek outside of B. It's actually kind of a neat boost, but not when you got the MP9 God sitting outside.
No, especially when you're getting double push from Catwalk and mid. And Fur is going to close it out. The MP9 God gets a 4K. And now, match point for SK. Let's see if they're going to upgrade any of these. I don't even know if they have to, as OpTic back onto some more pistols. Pretty much the exact same buy they had previously.
Yeah. It's tough out here for OpTic Gaming right now. And I thought this map would be a lot more competitive, actually. But SK Gaming just looking super dominant right now. Look at Fur just running up. Stan has already taken a little bit of damage there. Fur continues to press the issue. Stan does eventually catch Cold Zero, though.
Through the door, fancy, and they catch Fur as well, so SK possibly a little too overconfident, but I mean, can you blame him with this scoreline?
Yeah, definitely not.
So Taco and FNX has clutched out multiple rounds, and is this Flash going to be the god one to let him push through and get all of them? He gets one! Oh,
nope.
I spoke too soon. I was ready for him to get at least one there. Also, fun little note, look at that Taco sticker on the back of the UMP. It actually goes over the little stub there. I thought that's pretty neat.
The things you notice.
Yeah, I don't know why I noticed that.
Yeah.
SK lose round.
It's tough to find things to pay attention to in a game where there's not much to analyze because SK are just kind of rolling over OpTic at this point. But OpTic do get that round, so we'll see if they could march this one back into overtime range. They still have a lot of road to travel to do that. SK Gaming still able to get a pretty good buy going in this round. A couple of M4s from us on FNX. Really only Cold Zera is limited. And I guess Fallen on a Mag 7 has a little bit less options to work with. But FNX already finds a pick on the Mixwell at long A.
Yeah, the nade slows them. And then the bullets will finish that off. And so that's already a rifle down. Look at Tark, though. He's coming up quick. Fallen's going to find another nade frag. So now we're in a 3v3. Tark knows there's a couple towards long. Is he going to be ready for Fallen to be this close? Look at Fallen non-stop. The flash comes through Tark's blind. He's going to spot Stan playing the bomb. And he will drop Stan pretty low as Tark now. Going to be feeling the heat as he's trying to get that mag in the clip. He finally will. Or clip in the AK. You know.
Yeah,
that's how you reload weapons. You click R. Rush. 1v2.
It's a magazine, not a clip.
Clip, a mag. Yeah. Same thing, I guess. Probably.
It's not the same thing to enthusiast. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful out here with the terminology. But SK Gaming winning it 16-3. Very one-sided game. Really not too much to break down. It was pretty much SK all the way